tattoo with your name on it. Hold on, I can't get that head out of why did I say that? I can't get that song out of my head. Hold up, buddy. I can't get over his transformation sometimes, bro, because he really went from this to Joji. Like, come on, pimp my wheelchair. Hitler's evil son. I hate vegans. This one was crazy.
Ain't nothing like a good salad. I said, ain't nothing like a good salad.
Listen, I could never do this.
Hey, I'm vegan. Did you hear me? Hey, take him off. I'm vegan.
Okay.
Did you hear me? I said I'm vegan.
No, I heard you.
Jeez, I'm vegan.
All right.
I'm vegan.
Okay.
I bet that guy went. What if this guy like low-key actually hates vegans just because of this? Because of this interaction. I want to see, how do you leave this scenario?
Jeez, I'm vegan.
All right.
I'm vegan.
How do you leave this interaction, bro? Every year you have some people who didn't know that he was Filthy Frank. I about typed in YouTube inside of YouTube, bro. I'm tripping. It's so many people. Every year it's like a group of people who find out that Joji is Filthy Frank. They're like, dude, what is wrong with this guy?
Bring all my bitches back. I need all my bitches. I need all my bitches. The new shit you put out is whack.
Do you ever imagine a scenario where Joji meets Ariana Grande and Ariana Grande knows about this song? I want to imagine that scenario in my head, bro. How does that happen? Like, if you're Joji and you run into Ariana Grande and she is aware that you made a song where you were like, yeah, Ariana Grande was a bad bitch and I used to jerk off the, like, that bridge is burnt, bro. Oh yeah. This is an old one.
Story.
I'll never forget Frank back in the day, bro. Look, dude. Oh my god, I can't, dude.
This was
such a different time period, man. Internet was completely different, dude. The most crazy, like, there's a reason why so many people get canceled nowadays because of the crazy stuff they said back in the day. Like, oh my Jesus, dude. I don't know how Joji was able to fully escape from this, because not only was he like doing crazy things, like he literally ate a cake that had human hair. I think it didn't have nut in it too, or am I tripping? I know it had boogers. I know it had spit. I'm about to throw up just reciting it, but dude, it's the fact that not only were you doing all of this, it was the fact that he was so popular. Dude, it's to this day still an internet legend. How do you go from this to Joji successfully? Well, first you make inarguably good music. But yeah, I said this in a previous stream, but there was one time long ago when Frank first tried to introduce Joji to the masses, and this is back like when he was, I think it was still on the Disaster Music channel. Niggas just clowned him, bro. Like, it's actually kind of sad to watch the video because like he was being so genuine. Yeah.
Shit. Can I?
Wait, okay. I forgot he did all this.
Have a ballsy, please.
This is so stupid.
You like it? Thanks. I do it for the ladies, man.
Give it a ballsy balls. Give it a ballsy balls.
Yeah, I forgot how crazy this video was. I forgot how random his humor is.
Day has finally come. He's back, big guy. He's finally back. Salamander Man.
Oh my god.
Yes. Go on, Shin Shin. Go on, all the others. Tell me.
Oh, I forgot about Chin Chin. Oh my gosh, bro. Look at this. This is really Joji. He genuinely tried to slowly transition from Filthy Frank to his true self. And you see this is on some random throwaway channels because he literally got clowned on hard for making this video. Nobody took it serious.
Hey guys.
You can see how nervous he is to do this because how do you go from having tape on your nipples to, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
What do you want from us, you fool?
Okay, wait a minute. I can't do that. I'm about to get banned off of Twitch. Different time. Twitch, forgive me, bro. I was not expecting
The very first episode of the Filthy Frank story. Dr. Filthy Francis was the
oh my god,
literal embodiment of everything a person should not be. Yet somehow he's one of the
dude. Okay, real talk though, the ET video,
literal embodiment of.
Okay, no, I gotta show you my. Okay, this is the last segue, and then I'll actually watch the documentary. The ET phone call is one of my favorite. So then, look at this, bro. This is my favorite Filthy Frank clip.
We can take over the crack game. We can sell the coke on our own. Calling all space niggas.
Yo, who the fuck is this?
Nigga, please.
Just shut the fuck up. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're calling from.
You trying to throw hands, bro?
No, I'm not trying to throw hands or anything. I just want to know who the fuck this is.
Give me the suck.
Whoa. Dirty feet. A balls. A balls. Okay.
Of everything a person should not be.
Dang, I oh my god. I apologize, PatrickCC. It's only been 15 seconds, man.
Yet somehow he's one of the most iconic and beloved YouTubers to ever grace the platform.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Filthy Frank is no longer with us.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Filthy Frank. You'll be missed.
For real,
Goodbye,
bro.
Filthy Frank. You've lived your life. Joji will take your place. Poor guy wanting to make music, but everyone cares about Frank more.
Not anymore.
This comment couldn't be more wrong.
Yeah.
Frank was abandoned so Joji
This is such a cold picture too.
could shine. As of today, Joji has sold 10 million records in the US alone, making him the most successful musician who was previously a YouTuber. And I mean a real YouTuber. One who uploaded consistently.
Imagine Joji watching this, bro. Do you think he feels? How do you think he feels about his old Filthy Frank persona? Oh my god, bro. Y'all though, I watched every single one of these videos, bro.
Identified with the platform and built a fan base. Not like Justin Bieber, Post Malone, or Selena Gomez posting a couple of videos 12 years ago.
Yeah.
George Miller has shown us many different versions of himself over the years, but it seems like Joji is the version.
That man ate a cake full of human I about said excrement. That's the wrong word. He ate a cake that was full of a bunch of inedible objects.
Version of himself he always wanted.
He was a real YouTuber. Him, Max Mofo, and iDubbbz, bro. Those used to be my trio.
To be. You may think this transition from super famous YouTuber to super famous singer was easy. I mean, millions of people love you, right? Wrong. Filthy Frank's viewer base were millions of toxic, unforgiving internet trolls.
Yeah.
The type that would bully guys like Joji into submission. He carefully crafted a master plan that he executed over 3 years to build up his music career through the beloved Filthy Frank character, then killed him forever at the peak of his popularity. Make sure you're hydrated while watching this video.
It's not water, but it's pretty good. I think he loved his time as Frank, but bro just had to evolve. Yeah, I've never seen a full-on interview, but I know that he said that literally doing Filthy Frank was like, it was physically hurting him to do Filthy Frank, bro.
Disaster
Super funny though.
Music was the name of the very first YouTube channel created by George Miller in 2011, who at the time was a 16-year-old attending the Canadian
Oh, it was made by him. I thought his friends gave him the channel.
Academy while living in Japan. He uploaded a few goofy skits of him and his friends, but not for long. He took a 1-year hiatus after it wasn't working out. During this hiatus, he focused on his music career.
I need some cold air. I'm rolling down my windows. Only follow signs in whichever the wind blows.
By day,
That's like, it's both smooth and corny. Like, it's very, very charming.
George Miller was singing alongside his classmates in the school choir. By night, he was spitting bars in the Japanese hip-hop group called Beats and Miso. His name, MC Ruckus. Beats and Miso was a collective of creatives who rapped, beatboxed, and embraced hip-hop culture. I don't know if he ever went by the name Disaster Music, but it's safe to say his intentions were to promote his own music by making this channel. George would return to YouTube on August 5th, 2011 with the most iconic and artistic intro of all time.
I'd like to share with you a little story.
Ah yes, it was quite the story. From here, Filthy Frank was the face of the Disaster...
Asian nerd says... Asian nerd says N-word. Nerd gets rejected by a girl. Filthy Frank, who's the son.
Music channel. He told us stories about his everyday life, giving us a taste of his personality, which consisted of mostly offensive and shocking humor.
Over the past week, people were going back and forth, throwing racial slurs at each other, and I loved it.
And it didn't even...
Real. Y'all don't know how it used to be back in the day. It was like World War III back in the day, bro. If somebody called you the N-word, you had to mess around and you had to call them the F-word. Like you had to go bar for bar. You couldn't just get mad back in the day. Back in the day, you actually had to fight. You had to fight for your life. I can't tell you how many Call of Duty lobbies where I was going toe to toe with people. Cause mind you, I was a kid, so I was a squeaker. You know, niggas were on me like crazy back in the day. Boy, I was fighting left and right. I was fighting in the game and on my teammates. I'm like my teammates, my biggest ops. Y'all don't get it.
Take
bro.
long for him to us with his first song, "Who's the Sucker," which was the beginning of George's meme
politics
rap career. Just a few months later, we got the introduction of Pink Guy, which would be the second character of the Filthy Frank universe. Part of Pink Guy's character was that he rapped. Most of the time you saw a Pink Guy video, you were going to get a song with it. It was a sneaky way for George to promote his future music career into the Filthy Frank lore. Along with Pink Guy, there was Red Dick, Prometheus, then the Dark Lord Chin Chin, then Salamander Man, Lemon, Safari Man.
I forgot about Safari Man.
Fake Frank. There were so...
Yeah, this was a whole... You don't know how shocked I was to find out that there was like an actual lore and like this was the fake Frank. I was like, what? But he low-key made my favorite videos.
So many characters that were involved in the Filthy Frank show, because that's exactly what it was. A show. If you...
This is
so many characters that were involved in the Filthy Frank show, because that's exactly
iconic. See, look at this. I want to make pictures like this. This is what I want to make, bro.
What it was. A show. If you clicked on this video in 2012 called "I Hate Fat People" and you weren't familiar with Filthy Frank, you might think this is just a rude teenager with a throat condition trying to be edgy and get a rise out of people. But when you scrolled to the comments, you saw a bunch of praise. People who loved this questionable humor.
What did that say? It said ravioli.
But when you scrolled to the comments, you saw a bunch of praise. People who...
Was ravioli falling out? He did randomly have ravioli in his front pocket, bro. Oh my God.
Loved this questionable humor. You had to pick a side. You either think he's an asshole or a relief from an overly PC society. George...
Bro, y'all don't understand how non-PC it was back then.
Didn't start every video with a disclaimer saying that Frank is a character and he shouldn't be taken seriously. He just kept creating. And it was up to you to figure it out. The Filthy Frank story, as well as the slew of side characters, was extremely complex and lacking continuity.
Yeah, this was, I missed this era of YouTube Prime, H3 Prime. Dude, come on, bro. Markiplier, H3, even Leafy is here in Pyrocynical. I used to even watch, those dudes. Come on, bro. Game Grumps, all of these dudes. Vanos. The Vanos crew still makes good games, but come on, bro. Like, this was different, bro. Filthy Frank, iDubbbz, and Max Mofo. I can't tell you how many times I would check his channel and was hoping that I would see another collab video.
Sometimes he would upload videos for a full year without continuing the story. If you think the story aspect was just an excuse for him to make edgy jokes and have a cop-out to avoid being canceled, tell that to this 5,000 word timeline of the story, including a table of contents and trivia questions.
He actually... It's the book of chromosomes, bro. Stop. Cells are the Strips and Boys. Y'all don't understand, bro. This is Pookie died at least 4 times during the span of the Filthy Frank show.
Along with a number of extensive breakdowns on YouTube and of course millions of fans who were excited to...
Oh yeah, he did drop a book.
See the plot evolve. But the more confusing and twisted the plot became, the crazier and crazier Frank got, the more fans wanted to dive deep into his channel. Go back and watch every single video, obsess over him until they were all in on the joke.
It's insane how much of a genius this dude was. He was both a musical genius and he was both a comedic genius, dude. It's crazy.
YouTube didn't like Filthy Frank. Even back in 2013, before everybody knew.
Oh my God, Kid President, Cookie Monster, Smosh, Epic Mealtime, PewDiePie. The fact that y'all got these two, that's how you know it was a terrible tier. I don't know where Niga Higa went.
That YouTube had a bias for family-friendly content. Creators who pushed the boundaries of the community guidelines were facing punishment. He constantly was getting videos age-restricted, deleted, copyright claimed, and was on the brink of losing everything. It was around this time, mid-2014, where George actually attempted to quit the Filthy Frank character.
Oh my jeez, come on, bro. we just looked at that video too.
Long before he peaked in popularity. It was around 200,000 subscribers. May 3rd, 2014, he posted a video called Filthy Frank Exposes Himself.
I have not been well the last couple months.
And like I said, niggas clowned on this video, bro. He had to delete it and everything.
Long story short, I was born with this, but I was recently diagnosed with a brain condition that gives me seizures induced by stress, which
I forgot he said that. Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of it comes from running this show. It's tough. So I just needed to come back and explain a few things to you guys. So I hope you guys understand. I'm terribly sorry. You know, this sort of thing happens. You know, like
it's sad that he said this and nobody took it serious.
First time ever he addressed the camera as George Miller in a very serious manner. The remainder of this 12-minute video is George announcing multiple different projects he's been working on and what to expect moving forward, including an animated series, 2 Pink Guy albums, merchandise, and a vlog channel, Joji Vlogs. This was the first introduction of the alias Joji.
That this channel really has nothing to do with Filthy Frank or anything, and I would like to keep it that way, so really it's for myself. So if it bores you, I'm terribly sorry. My life is pretty boring.
So the Joji Vlogs were supposed to be a detailed look inside of his everyday life. No pranks, no skits, no Filthy Frank at all. Only the diehard of the diehard fans liked these vlogs. They were shaky, lacking structure, lacking entertainment, and kind of lacking purpose. But most people's everyday lives are mundane. That's why vloggers have to make up these ridiculous scenarios to be.
I never understood the appeal to vloggers. I'll be real with you. Like, I gave them a try because I watched a Roman Atwood video before, but it just wasn't for me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Entertaining. However, there is one very important thing that these vlogs conveyed: happiness. George was very happy making these videos.
Yeah.
He was laughing, hanging with his buds, making music. It was clear he loved Joji Vlogs. Which made me go back to this Filthy Frank Exposed video and realize how much of a transitional moment this was for his career. I left out one major detail about this video. His fans hated it.
I told you, bro. I told you. Because I was there for it, bro. I was happy to hear it, and I was kind of sad to hear about his condition, and I would go to the comments and niggas was just clowning him. Like, it's ridiculous, bro.
They hated the idea of him.
That's the one thing that used to suck back in the days. People would never know when to actually sit down and take something serious. Like, people would always just clown on everything. It was ridiculous. You couldn't be genuine on the internet back then.
Slowing down. They hated all of the new ideas he had. They were toxic, aggressive, rude, and basically just thousands of edgy children who wanted more filth. They did not care about his health, his well-being, him as a person, and a lot of them thought that this was did not care.
It is sad that his fans at the time really gave him enough shit just for being a little bit real with them. A 20-year-old student who's providing free entertainment to thousands of people online, and when he's glad he's still finding success.
Care about his health, his well-being, him as a person, and a lot of them thought that this was going to be his demise. So going back to the video, you can
it's ridiculous, bro.
Tell from his demeanor he's trying to be serious but almost afraid of what the response will be. Like, he knows they're gonna hate it. Constantly.
Yeah, because like as popular as beloved of a character and YouTuber as Filthy Frank was, like his audience was the worst. It was just literally nothing but edgelords. It was the worst, bro, because the videos themselves were fun. They were fine. They were funny. But it just attracted the worst type of people, bro. The super edgelords. You know, the people who would just say stuff just to try to trigger people. You know, that's back when trolling was at its cringiest, if you ask me, because, you know what I'm saying? You could tell it was nothing but little kids saying this crazy stuff because they heard somebody, a YouTuber that they watched before, say something crazy, and then they're thinking, oh, I could be funny too.
Constantly reassuring them that the content isn't going to change and everything is going to be the same. But if everything was going to be the same, then what's the point of putting out an update video? I believe it was this video where George wanted to transition out of the Frank character, become a more true version of himself, making music, being chill, some jokes and pranks here and there, but calming down severely since he had a health condition he needed to handle. He hoped that his fans would accept the transition since he had a cult-like following. Some of them did, but most of them didn't, forcing him to come to the realization that Filthy Frank could not die. If he ever wanted to achieve his dreams of becoming a musician,
that was such a crazy video.
Needed to grow that fan base. The transition wasn't just going to be, hey, I'm done with this, come follow my other thing. It needed to be smoother and slower. George deleted the Filthy Frank Exposed video, acted like it never happened. He sent all of his viewers to the new TV Filthy Frank YouTube channel since Disaster Music was on the brink of being deleted. From May 3rd, 2014 and on through the next 3 years, he would embark on his journey of growing his fan base through the Filthy Frank show with the ultimate goal of slowly transitioning into Joji. The content...
That's such a hard picture, bro.
Ultimate goal of slowly transitioning into Joji.
Yeah. How you go from... That's crazy. I'll never get over this, bro. Going from this to this. That's crazy.
The content actually got filthier. I don't know how much it impacted his...
Yeah, it was actually terrible, bro.
Health.
I couldn't watch the Guy Fieri video. I couldn't get through it.
But there's no way that it helped. He did things that were so disgusting, I can't even...
The human cake, dude. Don't stop.
Display them in this video. Bathing in a bath of ramen, making soup out of dead rats, making a cake out of human hair.
Stop.
And eating it, making a cake out of vomit and eating it. Pink Guy was making raps and messing with people in public. He brought back the iconic Filthy Frank reacting to things on the internet series. Some of these videos doing tens of millions.
I loved his second channel, Too Damn Filthy. That was such a that was such a good channel, bro.
To views. From 2014 to 2016, Filthy...
Yeah, he stayed having ravioli in his pocket, bro.
Frank exploded. He was the counterculture. He was anti-pop culture. He was the furthest thing from political correctness, which is why people loved him. The content he made will never be made ever again. YouTube would strike someone down in an instant if they tried to do this type of stuff.
Yeah.
All the while, he was building a fan base of millions. I also believe that Pink Guy was actually more famous than Filthy Frank. He had gone viral.
Yeah, definitely. Pink Guy was like... People were using Pink Guy memes without even knowing who Filthy Frank was. It's ridiculous.
So many times in that suit, including literally inventing
the Harlem Shake.
The Harlem Shake. And it was just so memorable. But remember that he always released his music through Pink Guy. His fans loved it.
And it always slapped.
But it wasn't serious. It was meme rap. Not well produced, not well mixed, just another attempt to get some laughs. During the midst of his blow up in 2015, he released 2 songs.
Thom is actually, unironically, a really good song, bro.
Yo, the pitter patter gave a rather rinse and lather feeling as opposed to shitty attitudes that made me bitter after laughter. I deeply regretted it. I take the D train to go to BK. I can't defeat rain.
Yo, listen to the transition. Tell it's just someone shaking money in their hand. You can literally tell that's just somebody shaking coins in their hands, and they probably held up wind chimes to a microphone. They were really trying in this song, bro. You could tell that. It was different, bro. This was different. Like, when I heard that, I was honestly so impressed because I was like, yo, like, this is unironically like a good song.
Tom and You Suck Charlie. under the artist name Joji. These were the very
I remember when it used to be a centipede. Oh
first Joji records. The records consisted of somber and smooth lo-fi beats with Joji softly rapping and singing.
Yeah, Joji is what had got me into my lo-fi phase. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Obviously being totally opposite from his manic life as Filthy Frank. These songs didn't perform that well. He also had to disable the SoundCloud comments because
people were crazy. Like, what is this?
Were going there and bullying him. Only the obsessive fans liked it. For the next year, he quietly released tunes. And
there goes World Star Money. World Star Money, I feel like was the hashtag fuck up cunt. Okay. I think World Star Money is the song that made people start realizing that, okay, he's actually kind of like nice.
Didn't promote them that much. About 90% of these early records were just instrumentals. He maybe had 4 or 8 bars of singing, and the rest of the song was just instrumentation. A lot of his vocals kind of even sounded like they were sampled, like you couldn't even really tell if it was him. The song World Star Money was one of the first Joji records to get some attention from his fans.
That's what I'm saying. Me and Patrick be on the same wavelength sometimes. I feel like he about to criticize it though.
This was a smart strategy for him.
Plastic Taste, bro. Oh my god, Plastic Taste. It's crazy because a lot of people didn't like this album, and I was confused by that. I thought it was a pretty good one. I think the one song that really like changed his whole direction was Yeah Right. This one went insane, bro. I'ma fuck up my life. I'ma fuck up my life. Yeah, this song is what I feel like that's what cemented him, is like, okay, he's really doing this.
Instead of just throwing a ballad of him singing his heart out with a full-on music video, he planted little seeds, just a couple of singing lines or a couple of rapping lines, not trying to overwhelm them, just slowly gaining their interest and slowly gaining their trust.
I Don't Want to Waste My Time was fire too. I'm not going to segue to that. This is just showing me just how much of a genius Joji really was.
Throughout 2016, he was working
the Pink Guy album. Oh my God.
Working on a Pink Guy album, releasing music videos and snippets throughout the year. The fans could not wait for Pink season. It's also worth mentioning that George was collaborating with a lot of other big creators, as well as getting love from musicians.
Lil Toe, Jesus Christ.
He was a huge fan of the SoundCloud scene. On the EDM
Head in the Clouds. Oh my! I'm about to just go back and listen to all the old Joji's tracks after this stream, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Creators.
We need to be like this, Cruz. Honestly.
As well.
I obviously am gonna be the green one, not the brown one.
Was getting love from musicians. He was a huge fan of the sound.
Head in the Clouds. Will he? Oh,
SoundCloud.
Yeah, I'm about to go down nostalgia road with this one.
Scene on the EDM side and on the rap side. Music people wanted to fuck with him since he was a huge YouTuber and he was lit. But I'm sure behind the scenes, when they hung out, they realized he was just surprised. A really cool dude. So he was making a lot of friends in the industry. Pink Season released in January of 2017. It was a 33-song magnum opus of meme rap, which was a massive hit with his...
I forgot it was 33.
...fan base. If there was a Best Meme Rap Album award, this would win every year.
Yeah, because this was like, it was funny, but it was good. And it wasn't, and even if you go back and listen to it now, it's not cringe. And that's the huge thing, because like there's so much meme rap that's literally just kind of cringe now.
Pink Guy as an artist and an internet figure was
so stupid.
Peaking higher than ever. But remember, during the peak of all of this success, he was still quietly in the background working on Joji music, planting those seeds. A big part of his transition out of YouTube into
88 Rising
to music was with his affiliation to 88 Rising. 88 Rising is a management, record label, video production, and
Keith 8, bro. Oh, they just go Rambo.
Marketing company. They gained popularity by working with Asian artists who released their music in the States. Before Joji, some of the popular artists were Rich Brian, Keith Ape, and the Higher Brothers.
He used to be Rich Chigga. Okay. Keith Ape.
Obviously, Joji would be the perfect fit for them. In October of 2016, he got the first post on their page. It was something of a Pink Guy music video, but it wasn't him performing. I think it was the label's way of using George's influence to market this other song that was playing in the background. Brother. They would ultimately post his first song ever on their page, Tom, over a year after it was originally
I told you, bro.
Released. Then they posted another and another, giving us the obvious indication that 88 Rising and Joji are working together, just assuming that he signed with them around this time. This would bring us to April 2017 with I Don't Want to Waste My Time.
I don't want to waste my time if I can't be here. side.
I'm not allowed to reveal the secrets of Jameson Black Barrel. It's carefully chosen, select batch Irish.
I don't want to hear your Irish accent when I'm trying to listen to Joji.
Which was full-blown, in-your-face singer-songwriter Joji.
Yeah.
Emotional ballad, reverbed vocals, not trying to hide the fact that he is a performer. Most YouTubers turned musician are complete and utter trash, only in it for the money. But Joji is one of the few exceptions. He has real talent. It was after this
He really wanted this because he had to do it low-key for so long.
song that the Filthy Frank fans realized how serious Joji was and how much potential he had. Little did the fans know that because of all this success with Pink Guy's music and Joji's seeds being planted, Filthy Frank was coming to an end.
Don't say Joji seeds being planted. That's an outrageous that's an outrageous sentence.
He uploaded just 3 videos in early 2017 that weren't music related, and throughout the middle of 2017, the fans pretty much got nothing. Pink Guy was more popular than ever, linking up with SoundCloud artists, releasing an album full of remixes from some of the biggest EDM producers at that time. His career was moving in the direction that he always wanted. He was going to be a full-time musician. But now George was facing another problem. Pink Guy versus Joji. Pink Guy was much bigger than Joji. His music career as Pink Guy was pretty much dependent on the Filthy Frank story. So if he wanted to pursue this full-time, it just made more sense to do it as Joji. He was doing press, interviews, sometimes as Joji and sometimes as Pink Guy. He released a Joji song in July and a Pink Guy song in August and said whichever one performs better is the career I'm going to pursue. Just kidding, but imagine it was that simple. Yeah. He said in a 2017 interview on Hot Ones that he didn't want to be limited to just one type of art or media, that he wanted to pursue both Joji and Pink Guy, but he literally never made another Pink Guy song after this interview. He could have been lying. Again, just trying to soften the blow to Filthy Frank fans knowing that he wanted
it more than KSI for real, bro. KSI could learn a thing or two.
Never come back.
I wish I had the confidence, the self-confidence to switch earlier, because now it's working out pretty well.
Or maybe his label said to him, yo, there's no way you can be taken seriously as a beautiful poetic songwriter when you release music talking about hot girls on Nickelodeon, using offensive language, and rolling around in absolute filth. I think his mind was made up. He didn't want to be Pink Guy. He was just avoiding the backlash that he knew was coming. In Tongues came out, which featured huge tracks like Will He and Demons. Tracks that started
Demons was pretty fire
to garner him a fan base of people who didn't even know who Frank was. By now, he is officially signed to 88 Rising, with distribution from Empire, giving him the backing of the multi-million-dollar machine needed to navigate the music industry. He released a book, Francis of the Filth, which basically summarized the entire lore of Filthy Frank. Along with that came the last video he would ever post, basically killing Frank and burying him in a hole. It was poetic and artistic, and it would be officially legitimized in December of 2017 via a tweet. Filthy Frank officially retired to pursue his career as Joji. Fans could not come to terms with the retirement, even though he had
it was a hard, because low-key, you kind of seen it coming because of how infrequent he was posting. Because every year, he literally did a video where he recapped the previous year, and then he made 3 videos, and then the next was the recap of the next year, bro. And it was like, dang, like he's posting less and less.
He had been almost fully focused on music for a year at that point. But to fans, it kind of blindsided them. They didn't realize this day would actually come. In hindsight, it seems like it was all planned for years. He slowly implemented the music into the content until it became more music than comedy. It was much better than him slowly falling from grace, being censored, being attacked by the cancel culture wave, then trying to appeal to them to save his music career, putting less effort in the videos. Maybe he was doing it for his health, maybe he wasn't making any money, but he quit before he could fall off. And
I can't tell you how many YouTubers I bet wish that they could leave the platform like how Frank did, like how Joji did. Like, oh my goodness. Doing the things that he did and being able to leave on your own accord and not being ran off the internet, like that's crazy.
That's what's...
He definitely would have been like attacked like crazy if he was still making Filthy Frank to this day.
Certified him as a YouTube legend. Just a few months after his first EP, he's doing 1,000 plus person venues as Joji. You might be wondering, if his fans hated the serious stuff so much, then how did it work? Well, he still had super diehard fans that loved his work. I mean, he had millions of followers. Yeah. Even a small percentage supporting Joji was thousands. Plus, there's no denying that Joji is extremely talented.
That's what I said earlier, bro. The only way you can make a transition like this is if A, you are truly dedicated to it, and B, you truly make a good product. If he transitioned the music and the music was doo-doo, Joji would have got buried with Frank. He had to know for a fact that his music was good for him to go out full balls to the wall with it.
He had been working on music for over a decade at this point. He was always a musician who decided to make some goofy comedy videos, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Plus, it's not like his music only appealed to people who knew who he was on YouTube. People discover new artists all the time that they like, and he was very talented. Ballads 1 would release November 2018, and Joji becomes the first Asian artist to top the Billboard R&B and hip hop album chart.
Fire.
See what he was able to accomplish after focusing 1 year on just one project? With his full focus being on Joji for the past 4 years, he was able to land a couple of Billboard Hot 100 singles, sold out shows all over the world, and 9 million record sales with almost no
Mind you, this video is 2 years old, by the way.
Features.
Those numbers are probably completely different now.
9 times platinum. He stamped himself as one of the greatest YouTubers of all time, one whose legacy could never be.
He came in and did the YouTube stuff, and then he left and he did the music stuff. Like this man said, bang, okay, I'm done with this, bang.
Challenged or matched due to the ever-changing political climate. And on top of that, he's already had a more successful music career than most artists after just 2 albums. George Miller is like the childish Gambino from YouTube. He's an
True, I never thought about that.
Extraordinary creative who can accomplish whatever he puts his mind to. I'm sure right now he's quietly planning his next move. We'll see about that in the next few years.
Yeah, and then he dropped Smithereens, which was arguably the best. The best album he's dropped. Yeah, it's amazing what like you are able to do just by putting your mind to it, for real.